What is good, YouTube? I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to another Star Wars Unlimited Universe video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the artist that originally created Darth Maul and what his original image looked like per what George Lucas was looking for. Now, back in April, I believe, per this article, Lane McCage, who is the original artist, sat down, did an interview talking about the conversation that he had with George and what he wanted and what, again, like I said, what he drew up for what he felt like Darth Maul would look like originally before we got the actual final version in the Clone Wars, in Phantom Menace, and in Star Wars Rebels. Now, per this interview, this is basically what Lane McCage had said. He said, quoting, "I like to use the essence of a real person to inspire my designs. So I started enlisting everyone in the art department to pose for me. The head of digital pre-visualization became a sleek Sith Lord with a stylized circuit board on his face, and our production designer emerged with a tattoo-like ink blot across his. In the first draft of the script, George described Darth Maul as, quote, a vision from your worst nightmare." What a statement, right? "I've had a lot of worst nightmares," says McCage, "but my worst back then was of a lifeless face with glittering dead eyes and glistening metal teeth peering at me through the rain-streaked window of my third-floor studio. I drew a stylized version of that image using red ribbons across the face instead of runnels of rain, and presented it inside a white folder at the next meeting with George. He opened the folder per this image and he screamed. Then he slapped it closed and passed it back to me. 'Okay,' he said, 'give me your second worst nightmare.'" Now, as we can see per this image, you see it here. He sort of looks like a dreadlock version, from the original concept. His long red hair. His skin looked like a grayish type of a color. The teeth and the eyes look the way they look. But really interesting concept art from how McCage originally came up with him. But of course, like George said, he wanted him to redo it because he looked a little bit too scary to him when he first offered up the original image. Now, with that being said, McCage ended up doing another interview, I want to say 11 years ago, where he talked about coming up with the more of the what we know Darth Maul to look like, and love this version here. In this interview, he sat down and said this. He said, "I was thinking about what might make someone a Sith Lord, and it seemed that pain would be a fine meditation. So in my drawing, I had Maul bind his head with razor wire, interspersed, with black feathers, and excruciating ritualistic device to center his dark side energy. The markings are also meant to be reminiscent of what you'd see if you were to flay the flesh from a face to reveal the muscle patterns underneath." And of course, we see these various images, original concept art of what he drew originally before finally coming up with the specific look. We got Maul here without the horns on his head, what he originally looked like with the markings, and then we eventually got the horns added to the top of his head. Now, again, per the original concept, Maul would have had like a long hair type of like a long dreadlocked hair. Skin wouldn't have been possibly wouldn't have been red, may have been this color, but then again, you may have still went with that reddish type of a color with the same markings. It's just that his hair would have been long, dreadlocked, and stuff like that. So, as always, guys, what a favorite of ours within the Star Wars universe that we got a chance to see that McCage was able to come up with something really interesting. That literally scared George Lucas, and maybe he even had his own worst nightmare per the image that McCage had given him way back when. And this image was created and officially stamped, I believe, per this image, the original image, concept image was, I want to say December 2nd of 1996, per what he when he first wrote it down on the page. So yeah, guys, interesting stuff. I really did indeed enjoy seeing this original concept, and George's reaction to it, and of course wanting him to redo it to give more of a feel. And of course, some of the designers got a chance to play a key role in creating this image of our beloved Darth Maul of the Dark Lord of the Sith. So, with that, guys, let me know your thoughts. What do y'all think of this video? What do y'all think of the original concept? If you didn't know this information, if you did, let's talk about some things either way in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts and initial reactions to this information. But with that, guys, as always, I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your evening, noon, and night. Stay safe, stay humble, and as always, the Force will be with you always.